Welcome students in today's session of continuity and differentiability. Today we are going to learn derivatives of the functions in parametric form. Now the question is, what is a parametric form? Now when the two variables x and y expressed in the form of x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t, a third variable, okay. So when x and y expressed as in terms of third variable, this form is called parametric form, correct? Parametric form. That means this t is called the parameter. T is called the parameter, okay. So parameter can be t, sometimes it can be theta also, correct. So what is the definition? If you say what is a parametric form, when this both x and y expressed in terms of a third variable, that form is called parametric form and the third variable is called the parameter. Now let us see some examples. You can see here 1 and 2 examples I have taken, and what are the methods? We will see the methods to solve parametric form, okay. Now first question, x is equal to a t square, y is equal to 2at. If x is equal to a t square, y is equal to 2at, you have to find the value of dy by dx. Now x is equal to a t square and y is equal to 2at. You have to differentiate separately. When you differentiate here dx by dt, that means differentiating with respect to t, the third parameter, okay, the third variable which is known as the parameter, you have to differentiate with respect to that. So dx by dt will be, a is constant, when you differentiate t square it is 2t. So when you combine it, you are going to get 2at. So dx by dt is your 2at, clear? Now when you differentiate here dy by dt, you have to differentiate both the variables separately, correct. So x you have differentiated with respect to x and you got the value as 2at, and you are going to differentiate y is equal to 2at with respect to t. So dy by dt is equal to, when you differentiate 2at, 2a is constant, so you will keep it like this 2a, and t when you differentiate you are going to get the answer as 1. So dy by dt is equal to 2a. So finally you got dx by dt as 2at and dy by dt as 2a. But the question is, you have to find the value of dy by dx. So what you will do here, dy by dx can be written as dy by dt by dx by dt. We can write it down dy by dx as dy by dt by dx by dt, because when you simplify this you will observe that dt gets cancels out and you are going to get dy by dx. Now what you will do here, you will substitute the value of dy by dt and dx by dt. Now dy by dt the value is 2a and dx by dt value is 2at. So this 2a gets cancels out and the answer is 1 by t. Once again I am repeating, this is your parametric form. If x is equal to a t square, y is equal to 2at, you have to find dy by dx. This is the question. You will differentiate both the variables separately. T is the third variable here. So you are going to differentiate both the variable with respect to the third variable, that is t here. So x when you differentiate dx by dt and a t square when you differentiate, a is constant, you will keep it like that, and t square will be 2t. So when you combine this you are going to get 2at. You have to differentiate y with respect to t, so dy by dt is equal to 2at, 2a is constant, so you will keep it like this 2a, and t when you differentiate you are going to get 1. So dy by dt is equal to 2a, and when you find dy by dx can be written as dy by dt by dx by dt. Substitute the value of dy by dt as 2a and dx by dt as 2at. 2a gets cancels out and you are going to get the answer as 1 by t. So this is the method of solving the parametric form. We will see one more question here. if x is equal to a 2 theta minus sine 2 theta, y is equal to a into 1 minus cos 2 theta. You have to find dy by dx. Again here you will observe that the parameter is different. The third variable is theta here. So you have to differentiate x and y with respect to the third variable, that is theta. So when you differentiate dx by d theta, that is differentiating this equation with respect to theta, a is constant. When you differentiate this two term, the derivative of 2 theta, 2 is constant and the derivative of theta is 1. So I am not writing here 1 because 2 into 1 is 2, minus derivative of sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta will be, the derivative of sine 2 theta is cos 2 theta into derivative of 2 theta. You have to apply chain rule here. So sine 2 theta is cos 2 theta into the derivative of 2 theta will be 2, because theta, when you find the derivative, it is 1, right. So a into 2 minus 2 cos 2 theta, 2 you can take common, so 1 minus cos 2 theta. This is the value of dx by d theta. Now you will find the value of dy by d theta, differentiating the second equation, that is y is equal to a into 1 minus cos theta with respect to theta. So what you will get, a is again constant, the derivative of 1 is 0, minus cos 2 theta, the derivative of cos 2 theta will be, the derivative of cos theta we know that minus sin theta. So minus minus will become plus and you are going to get sin 2 theta. Since here it is 2 theta, you have to apply chain rule. That means you have to find the derivative of 2 theta also, and that is 2. I am writing all directly, मैं लिख रही हूँ यहाँ पे, because every time आप d by dx लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर आप थोड़े परफेक्ट हो जाते हैं तो आप डायरेक्टली कर सकते हैं. अब a sin 2 theta. So you got the value of dy by d theta as a into 2 sin 2 theta and dx by d theta as 2a 1 minus cos 2 theta. Now finally you have to find dy by dx. dy by dx can be written as dy by d theta by dx by d theta. जो भी होगा इसको और इसको अगर आप डिवाइड करते हैं तो आपको dy by dx ही मिलेगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है. So what you will do here, you will substitute the value of dy by d theta as, this again can be simplified as 2a sin 2 theta. So 2a sin 2 theta by 2a 1 minus cos 2 theta. I have substituted the value of dy by d theta and dx by d theta. So 2a gets cancels out. Now what you will do, you have to simplify this. You must be knowing the formula for the trigonometric functions. The formula for the sin 2 theta, the formula for sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. And what about 1 minus cos 2 theta? 2 sin square theta. Correct? So 2 gets cancels out, sin theta and here. So finally you got the value cos theta by sin theta, which is cot theta. Clear children? So this is the way of solving the parametric form. Again you have to differentiate separately and you have to see which is the third parameter, third variable, that is theta, which is called the parameter here, and differentiate it the same procedure as you know how to differentiate any functions. You know the formulas, you know chain rule, differentiate with respect to theta x and then y also differentiate with respect to theta, and finally find dy by dx. Just divide this two, you are going to get dy by dx. So dy by d theta by dx by d theta, substitute the value. Remember that you have to give your answer in simplified way, in a simple way, मतलब आपको पूरा simplify करके ही answer निकालना है. So I think this two question is clear to you. Now let's see one more question here. It's a very important question. If x is equal to e power theta, theta plus 1 by theta and y is equal to e power minus theta, theta minus 1 by theta, then find the value of dy by dx. We will proceed in the same manner. First we will differentiate x with respect to theta and y again with respect to theta, and then we will combine both the differentiation. So, dx by d theta I am differentiating with respect to theta. So, this is the product of two functions. So, you have to apply product rule. When you apply product rule, first function d by d theta of second function plus second function into d by d theta of e power theta. So, e power theta, when you differentiate theta plus 1 by theta, the differentiation of theta is 1, and 1 by theta, what is the differentiation of 1 by theta? See here, d by d theta of 1 by theta will be, this 1 by theta can be written as theta power minus 1. Here it is 1, so when you are taking theta to the numerator, the power will be minus 1. We know that the derivative of x to the power n is n x to the power n minus 1. So, here when you differentiate and apply the formula, you are going to get minus theta raised to minus 2, which can be written as minus 1 by theta square. So, always remember that whenever you are getting 1 by theta, the differentiation of 1 by theta will be minus 1 by theta square. So, here I can write it down it as first function derivative of second is, the derivative of theta is 1 by theta is minus 1 by theta square, plus theta plus 1 by theta, derivative of e power theta, we know the derivative of e power x is the same function, that is e power x. So, here also we will write down it as e power theta. Now, see here, you can take common e power theta and you can simplify here. When you simplify, cross multiply, theta square minus 1 by theta square plus here also theta square plus 1 by theta. Okay. So, you have taken e power theta common from these two terms. Now, we will find next dy by d theta here. Now, dy by d theta, you see here again first function into derivative of second function, product rule, minus 1 by theta plus second function into derivative of first d by d theta of e power minus theta. So, e power minus theta, when you differentiate theta minus 1 by theta, derivative of theta is 1 and 1 by theta, the differentiation of 1 by theta is minus 1 by theta square. So, here minus minus plus 1 by theta square plus theta minus 1 by theta, derivative of e power minus theta. We know the derivative of e power theta is your e power theta, but it is e power minus theta. So, you will apply chain rule here, e power minus theta into derivative of minus theta, that is minus 1. So, e power minus theta, again you can write down e 1 plus 1 by theta square. This plus and minus will become minus here and theta minus 1 by theta into e power minus theta. Clear, children? Again you can take common e power minus theta. If you take common and if you simplify, you can theta square plus 1 by theta square minus, put a bracket here because minus sign is there. So, here you are going to get theta square minus 1 by theta, close the bracket. Okay? E power minus theta, theta square plus 1 by theta square minus of theta square minus 1 by theta. You have taken e power minus theta common. Now, here again I am simplifying. So, when you simplify, you can take the LCM as theta square. If you take LCM as theta square, here you are going to get what? Theta square minus 1 plus theta square is the LCM, you have only 1 theta. So, 1 theta gets multiplied with these two terms. So, theta cube plus theta, correct. So, finally, you are going to get here e power theta, we will arrange it theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1 by theta square. This is your actually dx by d theta. It is always better that you give your, first you simplify dx by d theta, you have to simplify your answer, correct. Now again same thing here also, you will simplify e power minus theta, again you will take the LCM as theta square. When you take the LCM as theta square, so theta square plus 1 minus 1 theta gets multiplied with these two terms, so it is theta cube and minus minus plus theta, correct. So e power minus theta, you will arrange it minus theta cube plus theta square plus theta plus 1 by theta square. So finally you got dx by d theta as e power theta, theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1 by theta square, and dy by d theta as e power minus theta cube plus theta square plus theta plus 1 by theta square. Now what you will do? You will find dy by dx. We know that dy by dx, what is that dy by dx? Dy by d theta by dx by d theta. So dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta e power minus theta into minus theta cube plus theta square plus theta plus 1 by theta square, the whole divided by e power theta into theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1, the whole divided by theta square. We have substituted the value of dx by dy by d theta and dx by d theta, and we will observe that this theta square gets cancels out, and this is your e power minus theta, this is your e power theta. Now e power theta, when you take to the numerator, it will become what? E power minus theta, and you can simplify e power minus theta into e power minus theta is e power minus 2 theta. So dy by dx can be written as e power minus 2 theta into minus theta cube plus theta square plus theta plus 1, the whole divided by theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1. So this is your final answer, correct. If you know the proper method of differentiating, if you know chain rule, the formulas, I think any form will be easy for you. See, once again I am repeating here, you have to differentiate both x and y with respect to the third variable, that is theta. So here you have differentiated, you have to apply product rule, first function derivative of second function plus second function derivative of first function. You know differentiation, chain rule you have to apply. So finally you got the answer as e power theta 1 minus 1 by theta square, because the derivative of 1 by theta is minus 1 by theta square, and here it is theta plus 1 by theta, differentiation of e power theta is e power theta only. Simplify this, okay, simplify each and every step. So if you simplify, finally you got the answer as e power theta into theta cube, arrange it properly, theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1 by theta square. Here also you have to remember that you have to take LCM here. Same way this also you have to solve it, same way, okay, you have to apply product rule because it is the product of two functions. Same way apply chain rule and find the value of dy by d theta, and finally find dy by dx, that is dy by d theta minus dx by d theta. So dy by dx will be what? Just substitute the value. If something is you feel यहाँ पे ये कट रहा है तो आपने इसको काट दिया है यहाँ पे, and what is left out, and you have written the answer. So this is the way you have to solve the parametric form. Now let's see some exercise problem of our NCERT textbook. Now you can see exercise 5.6. This is a very same type of question, parametric form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can do it by yourself. All questions same type. You have also seen the questions which I have done just now, examples. So these are all simple questions, but I am going to do few questions for you which is important and little tricky also. So I am going to do 7th question for you now. So 7th is, you can see here 7th question, x is equal to sine cube t by root cos 2t and y is equal to cos cube t by root cos 2t. Again the parameter is t, So first you will differentiate with respect to t. So you will apply what? Quotient rule here. So quotient rule is derivative of the numerator into denominator minus derivative of the denominator into numerator by denominator square. So derivative of the numerator means you have to apply chain rule. 3 sin square t into, when you differentiate sin t, you will get what? Cos t into denominator minus differentiation of denominator. So when you differentiate the denominator, root x, the differentiation of root x is 2 root x. So it is 2 root, in place of x you have cos 2t. So you will write down cos 2t into derivative of cos 2t is minus sin 2t into derivative of 2t is 2. The whole divided by denominator square cos 2t the whole square. Okay. So this is your you can say quotient rule here. So here you can see what you will do now. You will simplify, you will just cross multiply. You will observe that this 2 gets cancels out and you have to just cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you will see here it's 3 sin square t cos t, root cos 2t and root cos 2t, you are going to get only cos 2t, correct. Minus minus plus sin 2t, I missed one part here. The derivative of the first function यहाँ पे हो गया, ये आपने second denominator किया, minus derivative of the this is your denominator and here you have to write down the numerator also, correct. So this you have to write down here sin cube t, correct. You have cross multiplied by this root will come here. So you are going to get root cos 2t the whole square is cos 2t into root cos 2t. Correct. So once again I am repeating, derivative of the numerator into denominator minus derivative of the denominator into numerator by denominator square. You have applied quotient rule here and then you have cross multiplied. So what you will do in the next part, 3 sin square t cos t, you are going to apply the formula of trigonometry. Cos 2t is 1 minus 2 sin square t, correct, plus the formula for sin 2t is 2 sin t cos t into sin cube t, you will keep it like that, and the whole divided by cos 2t into root of cos 2t. Clear children? Now you will simplify, you will open the bracket. So when you open the bracket, you are going to get 3 sin square t cos t minus 3 2 is 6 sin 4t, because sin square t sin 4t power and cos t, plus here also sin t and sin cube t, when you multiply you are going to get 2 sin 4 power 4t into cos t, the whole divided by cos 2t into root of cos 2t. Clear? These two like terms you can simplify. So when you simplify, you will see that you will get the value of dx by dt is equal to 3 sin square t cos t, when you simplify this, minus 4 sin power 4t into cos t, the whole divided by cos 2t into root of cos 2t. Okay, clear? Now here also you can take common, sin square t cos t you can take common. So when you take common, you are going to get 3 minus 4 sin square t the whole divided by cos 2t into cos root cos 2t. Clear children? It's little lengthy, but if you go part by part and do the differentiation correctly using chain rule and applying the formula, then the answer will be, you are getting the answer very easily. Okay, so this is the value for dx by dt. Same way you have to find the value of dy by dt also. dy by dt is a work for you, same procedure you have to find out. I will just write down what is the value of dy by dt. So same way you can find the value of dy by dt. I am not doing the complete part here. Same way you have to proceed, you have to apply quotient rule and apply the formula. Remember that here I have applied 1 minus 2 sin square t, but here when you are getting cos 2t, apply the formula for 2 cos square t minus 1, correct. The first part you have to apply 1 minus sin square t, but when you solve this in the same procedure, in place of cos 2t you have to write down 2 cos square t minus 1, and finally you will get the answer like this, and you have to take common, that is cos square t sin t. When you take common, the plus 1 I will write down here first. So 3 minus 4 cos square t, ये आपको मिलेगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है, the whole divided by cos 2t root cos 2t, correct. Now you have to finally find dy by dx, which is what, dy by dt by dx by dt. What you will do, you will substitute in place of dy by dt this one and in place of dx by dt this one, and you will see that whether something is cancelling or not, and you will simplify and you can get the answer here. Now when you simplify dy by dx, you will substitute the value of dy by dt, that is cos square t sin t 3 minus 4 cos square t by cos 2t root cos 2t here, and the whole divided by dx by dt is your sin square t cos t 3 minus 4 sin square t, the whole divided by cos 2t root cos 2t. So this 2 gets cancels out here, and here also one sin square gets cancels out, cos also. So finally when you multiply cos inside, you will be getting 3 cos t minus 4 cos cube t by, here one sign is left out, so when you multiply 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. When you simplify this, you will observe that this is the formula of cos root, माइनस यहाँ पे ले लेंगे आप, तो इसको जब आप रिवर्स कर दोगे ये आपका हो जाएगा 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t, and that is the formula of cos 3t, and this is the formula of sin 3t. I have taken minus outside, okay. So you got the final answer as cot 3t, okay. This question is little lengthy, but as I told you, if you do it part by part carefully, applying quotient rule properly, applying the formula, chain rule, everything, I think this part will be very easy for you to solve. So this is the method for the parametric form you have to apply, and you can solve the questions in parametric form. Let's see one more question here. So this is 11th question of your exercise. If x is equal to root over a sin inverse t, y is equal to root over a cos inverse t, show that dy by dx is equal to y by x. Okay. So again you have to apply same, I told you the method, you have to separately differentiate. So dx by dt is equal to, you can see here, what is the derivative of root x? The derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x, but in place of x you have a to the power minus a to the power sin inverse t. So what you will do, 1 by 2 root x into derivative of a to the power sin inverse t. What is the derivative of a to the power sin inverse t? I told you one differentiation in my previous class, one important result, d by dx of a power x is a power x log a. So you have to apply this result here. So a power x, first you have applied root x, and then differentiation of a power x will be a power x log a. In place of x you have sin inverse t, again sin inverse t when you differentiate 1 by root over 1 minus t square, because the differentiation of sin inverse x is 1 by root over 1 minus x square. So here you have to apply chain rule, carefully you have to do here, first root x, then a to the power x, and then sin inverse t finally. Then simplify this, so a to the power sin inverse t log a by 2 root over a to the power sin inverse t into root 1 minus t square. This 2 you can simplify. Here this is the power is 1 and here the power is half. So when you simplify this, you will get root over a to the power sin inverse t, and the rest will as it is, okay. Now again you have to differentiate dy by dt, same process, 1 by 2 root x, in place of x you have a to the power cos inverse t, then d by dx of a to the power cos inverse t. You have to remember the formula for d by dx of a power x, that is a power x log a. So, a power x log a, and then the derivative of cos inverse t, that is minus 1 by root over 1 minus t square. Simplify. Okay, when you simplify, you are going to get this answer. This too also you have to simplify. So, root over a to the power cos inverse t log a by 2 root over 1 minus t square with a minus sign. Now, finally, you have to find dy by dx. So, dy by dx is your dy by dt by dx by dt. So, dy by dt is minus root over a to the power cos inverse t log a by 2 root 1 minus t square, the whole divided by root over a to the power sin inverse t log a by 2 root 1 minus t square. So, here you will observe that everything cancels out and you are finally left out with minus root over a to the power cos inverse t by root over a to the power sin inverse t. Now, root over a to the power cos inverse t is what? You can write in place of a to the power cos inverse t as y. So, minus y by root over a to the power sin inverse t, what is that? X. So, you can write down as x. So, finally, you got dy by, you have proved that dy by dx is your minus y by x. Hope this question is clear to you and you are left out with some questions in the exercise. Please do it at home and this is your home assignment. Okay, all are very simple question. आप इसको कर सकते हैं. First देखिए सेम वे में आप करेंगे. यहाँ पे पैरामीटर t है, सेकेंड में थीटा है पैरामीटर, थर्ड में अगेन t है, फोर्थ में भी थीटा है पैरामीटर, फिफ्थ में t है. सो पैरामीटर्स को ध्यान में रखिए, सेपरेटली डिफ्रेंशिएट करिए एंड फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ dy by dx. So, that is all for today children. Hope the topic which I have covered today is clear to you and we will have some more questions which are based on parametric form of type 2 that we will continue in the next class. So, thank you and stay safe.